What's going on, guys, man? Doing a different style video today. Crypto Mark. Just want to give my thoughts, man. Crypto space, um, how I think about things within crypto. I can kind of give you guys an idea of how my setups are. So let's kind of jump into it, man. So crypto is risky, man. All right, everybody knows this, but I always say it. Crypto is risky. You hear everybody say, don't invest more than you can afford to lose. You hear that everywhere, okay? But that's a real thing, man, okay? So when emotions come in and people are feeling any type of way, it's usually because they put in too much. And if they lose that, right, that's going to hurt them. So just kind of, let me give you an idea of my portfolio allocation, all right? So my portfolio is kind of like 50% BTC. I have like 20% Hex. I got into Hex really early. So that's a heavy piece. And then I have like 16% Ethereum. And then I got a few other alts like Cardano, probably like 1%. Doge, probably like 1%. Just kind of speculating, right? And then I have like less than 10% in dApps, man. Less than 10. So obviously I don't want to lose that 10%, but that just kind of gives you an idea. Like, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket or three baskets, right? If all the platforms that I'm in today, if all of them close their doors, I would still be okay, man. Okay, and that's where you want to be in crypto. You don't want to be so invested into any one thing that if something went wrong, you're like, man, forget crypto. I'm out. I'm done. You know what I mean? So a lot of new people come to me and like, hey, man, I got $1,000, or how should I do it? I always say the same thing, man. Just try to split it up in a way where not most of your portfolio is working. So you got $1,000. Like I said, this is not financial advice, man. So I have to put that disclaimer there. I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. But if I had $1,000, I would put like 50% in Bitcoin, 25% in Ethereum, and then I take 25% and dabble in altcoins or dApps and things like that, right? Try to make more. But 75% of my bag is going to be in these, like the Bitcoin, which is OG, and Ethereum, which is pretty much his little brother, right? Ethereum's not going anywhere. Bitcoin's not going anywhere. They may move up and down or whatever, but they're not going anywhere. So when you dabble in alts and dApps, you ultimately lose like what you came in with. So you have to make sure you're not playing with your entire bag. So when I say you ultimately lose, obviously if you get into the wrong ones, if you get in late. So timing is everything in crypto, man, especially with dApps and alts and things like that. It's all about timing, right? I think with most investments, it's about timing, right? Stock market, real estate, doesn't matter what it is. It's timing. So even more so in crypto. So like if you're getting into a dApp, I would say try to keep your finger, like, you got to stay tapped in, man. You got to stay tapped in so you know when these things launch, like immediately. Because you don't want to be that guy getting into something like 30, 45 days in. Day one is even better. Day one almost like not guarantees, but the odds of you winning is greater, right? So obviously a lot of people talk about this. Got to get in early. We don't want to get into it. Feel like we're too late. We're not going to get into it. So just try to stay tapped in, man. And also, man, if you do get into something, and let's say you're, in 2 or 3 weeks after it launched, even really day one, you need to stay tapped in. So what I mean is, if you're not in the telegrams, if you're not watching YouTubers and the Discord, you need to know what's going on. Crypto moves so quick, man. Like, you can get into something on Monday, and then on Tuesday, you can be like, what the hell just happened? So you got to be tapped in so you know what to do. And you're not, they have this thing called first movers advantage, right? So if you get that information and you're like, oh, great, this is happening, you can make a better decision than the person who got that information 3 days later, right? So yeah, you gotta be tapped in at all times. Make sure you're not putting your whole portfolio into stuff, and just understand, man, crypto is risky, man. Only play with like disposable income, man. Okay, so if I get a check and I'm like, cool, I want to dabble in some crypto, put $20, $25, $50, right? Instead of going to Applebee's that week, I'm gonna put $25 in. Instead of going to the bar, whatever you normally do, instead of having that 1 week, you can sacrifice that. Instead of going to Subway, like, it's all these little things that you can do to accumulate more crypto. And I mean, it really helps in the long run, man. There's a bunch of like websites out there that show, like, if you dollar cost average, just mean put a little bit in each time, over time you would have significantly more, right? So dollar cost averaging to me is my strategy with crypto. Not so much trading. Yes, I do dabble in trading sometimes, but that's not my daily. That's not what I do every week to earn. So you gotta dollar cost average. If you're new, if you're OG, you've been in crypto for a while, you probably, odds are you have some crypto that you can, like, oh, I'm gonna take a piece of this Bitcoin, I'm gonna take an Ethereum, and I'm gonna dabble in some stuff, right? So you don't have to put fresh fiat in, fresh dollars in, right? So just trying to give you guys some thoughts, man. I get a lot of emails and comments about stuff now. So just want to kind of appeal to some of those guys, right? Or girls who are new to the channel, who are new to crypto. I also have some OGs that follow my channel, and they pretty much know what to do, but just kind of give you an idea of what I'm doing. I try not to go too heavy. Another thing as far as like dApps and investments or whatever, I try to do like I scale in. I'll scale in slowly, right? So do something like, hey, okay, here's this new dApp, or this new whatever it may be. I'll put like $50 in. Hey, let's see what it does with $50. Huh? Okay. So you're telling me I'm getting this back based off of $50? What if I put 150, right? I'll double it or triple it. But I usually give it a few days. So if anything were to go wrong out the gate, boom, I just lost $50. Big whoop, right? Moving on. So $50 to me is not a lot, but you got to make sure what you put in, you can afford to lose that. So in your case, maybe it's $20, right? Well, in that case, you don't want to be dabbling in anything that's on Ethereum. Probably do some Tron stuff, because Ethereum, you probably pay $20 in fees alone. So that's another conversation for sure. But yeah, I scale in to these things. $50, $150, $500, right? Then before I know it, I have $1,000 in there, $1,500. But I did it over time. So I saw the results. I give it a few days to see, how consistent is this? Did it pay the same percentage? I look at percentages, guys. Don't just look at dollars. Look at the percentage. The percentage will tell you, wow, this is good. If you're getting like close to 1% or over 1% a day, that's a winner. You already won. Okay? But how long can it consistently do that? That's the biggest thing. Okay? So, great, put it in. A few days went by. Wow, it's still doing the 1% or over 1%. Double down, triple down. Right? Now at this point, it's built a little confidence. I built a little confidence in the project. It's been growing. Maybe I withdrew a few times. Wow, okay, it's working. And then I'll see, is it consistent with, now I have 200 invested. Is it consistent? And then I can go harder. Like, all right, cool, I'm going to put 500 in. Right? And then kind of slowly dollar cost average in and kind of like let it go, right? But I get in usually day one, like the first minute, first hour, really so important, guys. So I don't want to harp on that too much, but yeah, timing is everything. Stay tapped in. You gotta, if you don't have a high risk tolerance, I would say crypto is not for you, man. You got to be willing to jump into things at almost at a drop of a dime. Like seriously, to really see the gains. Anytime you sit back and you're like, should I get in? I don't know if I should get in. I want to get in. Oh, it looks good, but you already missed the opportunity, man. That's why I say size in. Okay, I'm willing to throw $50 away. I'm willing to throw $100 away to potentially earn $500 or to potentially earn $300, whatever, right? You have to take that risk, man. So there is a certain level of risk. And the people I see who are successful in crypto, they have high risk. They will go for it. They'll kind of go against their gut sometimes. Sometimes you have to, man, because things work out. Sometimes they don't work out. You're not going to be 20-0 in crypto, especially dabbling in dApps and stuff on ETH and Tron. You're not going to be like undefeated. Like you will lose, man. So it's important to know that you will lose. It's very similar to trading, though. It's very similar to trading, right? If I jump into a position with $500 and okay, I'm willing to lose 2% or 5% on this trade, boom, I just lost 5%. Yes, I still have this bag, but now I have less buying power. And then if I go in again and I lose another 5%, boom, now I lost 10%, right? Now I have even less buying power. So you may lose a few times and you might win, boom. So it's like taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 3 steps forward, 4 steps back. It happens. So to me, I think it's similar to trading. Some people have better trading strategies and whatnot, so they feel like, hey, maybe they can beat the system and whatnot, but most traders lose, and most new investors usually lose because they don't understand the game. Okay, so like I said, just wanted to give my thoughts on everything, man. Let me know if you guys like this style of video. I've been in crypto for 4 years now, and I've seen a lot of stuff, man. I've seen a lot of waves of stuff, and I'm like, man, just been riding the waves, trying to stay tapped in. And then I started seeing some real gains just staying tapped in, though. The moment you're like, oh, well, I lost on this one, and you pull the plug on crypto, oh, there goes those gains. There goes those future gains. It's the same thing, almost as if you traded for 3 or 4 years. You might lose and lose and lose for a year, 2 years, 3 years, but that 4th year, you're going to start gaining because you're going to understand the system, man. Okay? So, man, take everything I say with a grain of salt, man. Crypto's risky. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, man. I'll see you guys in the next one.